Live right now. Let's wait till the chat get in here. What's up? Just to verify.
Queen K.
Okay, we live right now. Hey, put a 1 in the chat if you could hear me and everything is crystal clear. Put that 1 in the chat. Okay, I don't see no 1s yet.
I see 1.
You see a 1? You see the chat on your screen, Salim? Or
Yeah,
no?
1 came up.
1 came up. Okay, we Gucci. Welcome to No Fugazee podcast. I'm your host, Cooley. We got 4 lovely ladies on the panel. We talking dating and relationships. Hey, Lane, switchboard. We talking dating and relationships, and we gonna have some fun. Let's start with introductions. Right over here. Name, age, and where you from?
My name is Kaylee. I'm 30 and I'm from Easton.
Okay. Kaylee from Easton. And what do you do for a living?
I am an exotic dancer.
Exotic dancer.
Yeah.
Okay. Exotic dancer meaning you strip.
Yes.
Okay. How long you been doing that for?
4 years.
4 years. And wait, how old did you say you were?
I just turned 30.
You just turned 30. So you've been doing it since you was 26. You do it full time, part time, or do you have like another job as well?
Part-time.
Part-time. Okay, cool. Relationship status?
I'm single.
Single. How long you been single for?
11 months.
11 months? Okay. All right. Lane, make sure you switching back and forth on the ball. Moving right along. Name, age, and where you from?
My name is Trisha Vermilia, and my birthday's on Thursday.
Trisha, can you see how your mic is up? Can you like twist it this way?
This way?
Look, you see this little handle right here? You can boom, you can do that.
Like that?
Yep, just like that and bring it close.
Okay, so my name is Trish. I'm going to be 50 years old on the 19th of October, and I'm a nurse practitioner, and I do sexual health and wellness and Botox and fillers. I've known her for about 7 or 8 years, and so she's like, Trish, I want you to be on this podcast. I'm like, yeah, that's totally cool.
Okay.
So here I am.
All right, Trish. Welcome to No Fugazi podcast. You say you're 50.
Yeah,
you're about to be 50.
Yeah.
Okay, how does it feel to about to be 50?
Weird. I don't feel like I look like a 50-year-old.
Well, that's up to the audience to decide. Put a 1 in the chat if she look like she 50. Put a 2 in the chat if she look like a young tenderoni. Let's see what the chat says. I'm not going to judge you, but let's see what the chat says, you know? I'm messing with you. So you said that you are a nurse practitioner.
Yes, I am.
And you also do what with?
Sexual health. So
Sexual health.
I do replacement for testosterone for men that have low testosterone therapy. I do sexual wellness. So like I do O shots and P shots. So like say a person can't orgasm well or is having
make
difficulty
sure you're speaking in the mic too.
Oh, sorry. Yep. Like if a person doesn't orgasm well or they can't climax well, I take platelet-rich plasma and I inject it into their genital region so they have better sex. And we do other procedures for sexual health and wellness. So I'm very interested in learning about how everybody has intercourse and like how like their experiences with sex.
Okay.
So like I take sexual health histories like all the time.
All right. That is very unique. We got some 2s in the chats here. I guess I think
some 8s, 5s.
We got a lot of 1s in there. They're talking about if you look 50 or if you don't look 50. We got some 1s, got some 2s. I guess it's even. Who knows? Moving right along to yourself. Name, age, and where you from?
Hi, my name's Raven. I'm 29. My birthday's June 17th, and I was born in Brooklyn, New York, and I grew up in Bethlehem, PA. My career is I own an LLC for interior design, and I'm a part-time nanny.
Okay, nice. You own a LLC and you are a part-time nanny.
Yes.
Actually, I'm sorry. Let me go back to you. I have to go to you. Relationship status.
Oh, I am single.
You're single.
Yeah, I was married before and I'm no longer married.
Okay. How long have you been single for?
Well, I was kind of a mistress for 8 years, but now I can say that I've probably been single for about a year and a half.
Okay, mistress. What?
Well, basically, there was this lawyer down in Philly, and I went down there, and we had an affair. But he was single at the time.
Yeah.
But basically, I wasn't really treated like a girlfriend. I was treated like a mistress. I would be around when the kids weren't around, and just like for him, like when he wanted.
So he was single. You were single.
Yeah. We were kind of together, but I was more like his mistress than his.
Okay. So he was hiding you from the kids, I guess?
Yeah, hiding me from the kids.
Okay.
And the ex-wife and the family.
Liam, I need you on that switchboard when
I am.
time.
Got you.
Yeah. Okay, that's unique. I wouldn't call that a mistress.
No.
But I'll call it regular, you know what I mean? You was a linky. You was sneaky link.
That's correct.
See, that's what the younger kids say it now. You know, you in the 50s, so the younger people say you was a sneaky link.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So, but I guess
For like 8 years, I kind of got bored with it. So I was like, forget this. And now I have this guy that doesn't sleep with me, but he fixes up my whole house.
Okay.
And I don't understand why he does it, but he does. He fixes up my house, my office, everything I need. He does it.
Got
He
you.
just doesn't want to sleep with me. And I'm like, you know what? That's totally fine.
So I'm sorry. I'm going to go back to you because you're an interesting individual. Liam, take that note down that she has a guy and he fixes up everything and he doesn't want to sleep with her. But that he'll come back to that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yourself, Raven.
Yes.
Raven. Relationship status.
I'm single.
Single. How long you been single for?
1.5 years now.
Okay. Cool. Hot girl summer this summer or no?
Pretty much.
You did pretty much.
I went partying a lot and I went traveling a lot. I went to Maryland, went to Secrets. That was fun.
Okay.
And then I just got back from Florida. I was just seeing people. I was just seeing my family that I haven't seen in like 13, 14 years. That was fun. So I've just been kind of focusing on myself and just building my business up because eventually I would like to take my business somewhere else other than just staying stagnant in PA.
Cool. Interesting. All right. That's what's up. And moving right along to yourself, name, age, and where you from?
My name is Izzy. I'm going to be 32 on the 27th, and I am from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and I'm married.
Okay. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. So this is the only married woman on the panel. All right. How long you been married for?
What, like 4 years?
4 years?
Yeah, but we've been together like 11 this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah. Time definitely flies. Let's see what the chat is saying right now. Then we're going to hop into some questions on the panel. Let's see. Hey, chat, is the visuals clear? Like, is everything crystal clear? Give me a 1 in the chat if it's all clear. Give me a 2 in the chat if there's some lagging. So 1 in the chat if it's super clear. 2 in the chat if the visuals is lagging. Okay, I guess it looks good. All right. All right, so we had some super chats that came in from Sunday's episode, and some people had questions. So let me actually get to the super chat questions. And for everyone that's tuning in right now on YouTube, I think we got maybe like 100 people on there. And then on Facebook, we got about 400 people on Facebook. But everyone that's tuning in on YouTube, if you have any questions, send a super chat and donate $1, $2. It doesn't matter. However much you want to donate, and I'll ask your question to the ladies on the panel. Or if you don't have a question, you just want to make a comment, I'll read your comment out loud. So, yeah. So let me bring up this super chat real quick for the first question. So this super chat was from, let's see here. It was from Bubby Rowe. He sent in $5. He said, okay, let's see. Okay, so here's a question on the panel. Starting with you. Sorry, you said your name was?
Izzy.
So Izzy, so his question is, have a woman ever been alpha widowed? You know what? Bobby Rowe, I'm going to save that question because they probably don't even know what that means right now. But we're going to get more into that, so I'll come back to that question. Let's actually, I'm gonna hand it over to the ladies. Do y'all have any questions that y'all want to ask me?
Yes.
Okay, you first.
I would like to know why men think it's okay to have a whole ass girlfriend and then have a side chick. And then not tell you about it for like 3 years into the relationship. And then they get mad when you start asking questions like, why aren't you spending time, this and that? And they say they don't want to be with you because you're a stripper, but they expect you like to not be with anybody else. Like they just want you for themselves.
Okay.
They hide their life from you.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they find out that you're a dancer, they're like, oh, well, this is why you made me cheat on you. But I'm like, you have someone at home. So like, why
Got it.
does it
So
matter?
you want to know.
Why do you need 2 women, basically?
Okay, fair enough. You want to know why men, pretty much.
They're not satisfied with one woman. I know.
Yeah. So let's go around the panel with that. And I'll give my answer last. Maybe you ladies may have some insight on to her question. Let's go with yourself. What do you think about her question? So to make it a concise question, she want to know, why do men lie about having a main girl and keeping them as a side girl?
I think a lot of people in today's society have a really difficult time with monogamy. I think the current trends are to be kind of with multiple people. And that's just me personally for what my experiences are with other people as of late. And I know that many, many people are basically dating more than one person. It doesn't make it right. I mean, it's uncomfortable for a lot of people, but I see a trend where people are doing that more often. Is it right in her particular situation? Most likely not, because the person he's probably with doesn't know that the other person's with him.
Well,
either.
we're not together. I left him.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Okay.
I mean,
Months ago.
Fair enough. Let's go over to you, Raven. Why do you think that men lie to women and have a main girl, but then they have, they have a side girl or many other girls, and they don't keep it real to the
Right.
girl?
To be honest, they just want their cake and eat it too. They want 2 women, 3 women, 4 women, whatever they can have, especially just to have sex. And it's messed up. It's just what they want. And if they can have it, they're going to get it.
Okay, fair enough. Yourself? What do you think?
I think it comes from lack of fulfillment. I feel like they're missing parts of themselves. It comes from a lack of self-awareness of what you're actually looking for in one person. So instead of getting one meal, you kind of look for different aspects of people in different situations. So a lot of people feel that they can be different people with people. So some circumstances, you'll have a married guy and he's living the married life, but it's not fun anymore. It's not doing what he wants it to do because she lost everything, but it's really they don't have that emotional tie anymore. So he's going to go look for an emotional support system. So he's going to go look elsewhere because there's things that are not being fulfilled within that relationship. So it really comes from a lack of communication within the relationship itself. So it's already deteriorating, but also it's safe. So people don't want to leave that safety net. People don't want to leave their people. People don't want to leave something they built an empire with. But it also admitting that to yourself and moving on is really scary. So looking to emotionally fulfill yourself elsewhere is probably more of the draw to that.
Got it. Okay. Did you like their answers? What did you think about their answers? Did it give you any direction?
I mean, they did, but I also feel like a lot of men are just, am I allowed to curse or no?
Yeah, you could cuss.
Assholes.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Such a big word.
I'm just trying to be polite, but I'm just saying, how could
You.
But what I don't understand is how could they say that they're only staying with that person because they have a kid together and that they love you, they're in love with you, but they only come over just for sex with you. Okay, they take you out maybe once or twice a month out for dinner or lunch, and it's really hurtful. And then they say that you're the reason that you're the reason because your job is fucked up, but you're living with someone else, and then you hid it from someone that you claim that you're in love with, but you're not.
Okay,
so it's really hurtful.
Kaylee, right?
Yeah.
You want the raw truth. You want me to keep it no Fugazi with you?
Yeah, I do.
So he's correct. Your current job, what you do, has everything to do with why you're in the sex zone. Meaning that, women put guys in friend zone. Like, they'll have guys that they, garner time, attention, and resources from, but those guys never get sex, right? Men have women that they have in sex zone, and they'll garner sex from that woman, but she'll never get commitment. You get what I'm saying? So there's levels to it. Just like there's certain things that you find attractive in a man, for you to have sex with him, he has to rizz you up. He has to be charismatic, maybe a height preference, maybe a, financial preference. But you have these preferences for a guy to have sex with you. And men have their preferences for a woman that they're going to give commitment to, because men hold the key to commitment and women hold the key to sex. Make sense? So the cold hard truth is that, one, to put it another way, because it seems like you were kind of having a hard time understanding why men do this. Well, the reason why men want quantity, because it's a natural propensity that's in men to spread their seed far and wide. You know what I mean? So men want options and women want quality, right? You don't just let every guy inside you, right? Of course not, right? Because you want a high quality man. But men, we already know that, these guys would, lame you good? These guys would be with a girl that's a 10, but they'll knock a 2 down.
Yeah, I don't
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you're with a guy that's a 10, you not dating down at all. Make sense? So men just want quantity is what I'm saying.
But it's
and your current situation of being a stripper disqualifies you from a serious commitment with a large majority of men. That's just the facts.
But could I add something? I started this job 2 years into our relationship because he neglected me sexually and emotionally. So I just wanted some attention and for men to talk to and listen to me. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with me hooking up with other men. And Izzy, I know you're looking at me funny, so you can put your 2 cents in.
No. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's just what I said about men. They went to go elsewhere because they were being neglected. But so people inherently have the need to be emotionally secure, financially secure, and stable. And when you offer somebody stability, chances are they're going to take it. I don't really agree with that. Everybody's wants more than one woman, not if they're fulfilled.
Well, you have a hard time. I could just tell by when you said that men they want to go somewhere because they feel neglected. That's totally not true. Men don't operate like that at all. So for a man, it's stages of a man, right? So a man can have, now let's speak directly to your situation. You said that this guy had a wife at home or a girlfriend at home?
A girlfriend, and they had a kid together.
Got you. So he had a girlfriend and he had a kid with her. And then he also had another girl and he had you.
No.
Oh, you were the side girl.
Yeah.
Got you. So he had a wife and kids, a girlfriend and kids at home, and you were the side girl. So, well, one, it's not because he feels neglected, or what was the word you used?
I said no. I said she felt neglected.
She felt neglected.
So no,
what did you say about the man? What did the man feel?
Around as people, as people, when we feel that we are not being, we don't have everything we want in one thing. You said you were being neglected. You said so you went somewhere else to try and just fill that, and it kind of doesn't always have to do with going to other people. Men definitely disassociate into their video games. They disassociate into many other things, and not just other women. It's not, I feel talked about as much, but you can tell when a man is feeling sad or they're trying to get away, and it's escapism. It's just finding that escape to try and find better for yourself.
Yeah, no, it's not that. Let me simplify it for you. You okay over there?
I'm fine.
Sorry about that. I thought you was dying on us.
I don't agree.
Let me simplify it for you, right? Because how you're speaking is you're looking at it from a female's lens. Men are very simple creatures.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
It's fine.
You want a water?
I would love a water.
It's a water back there. You want to get her a water?
Feed him.
Okay, we gotta make sure you're right.
Fuck them, and just like, and I feel like it also demands a certain type of like.
But sometimes that's not enough, though.
Yeah. So, ladies, let me finish my point. So y'all could understand, because you're given a point, but I'm letting you know that it's like 100%. It's the furthest thing from the truth. Like, men are very, very simple. And I'll explain it to you in much more detail. So you're alluding a lot of. So the man has a woman at home, but then he also has her as a side girl. And you're saying that there's a multitude of things on why, he would be, messing around with another girl.
So,
right?
I alluded to it's a people thing. It wasn't necessarily gendered, as into like, I feel like it's a people thing. Also, it was just accepted as the fact of you knew where he was. So like, because and I'm happy that you strayed away from that, just because he wasn't giving you your all the time.
You're still going around. So she doesn't want to know about herself. She wants to know about the man. So the question is, why do you think, because I'm going to make it full circle, but I also want to make sure I'm understanding y'all. I'm trying to active listen so I could give her a direct answer, and we could all like answer her question because it was her question. So her question is, why do men operate like this when they have a girl at home and kids, but they still have another girl? I told her the truth, and I told her, well, one, men have a natural propensity to want quantity, right? Okay. So yeah, he actually may love his woman at home, but he's just clapping them cheeks. You get what I'm saying? And that is like the cold hard facts. Now, you saying that you don't truly agree with that, or what?
No.
I think it was more, and that's what I was kind of saying. Like, it was because it was the hurtness that made you go. So no, you still talking about her again. Well, you got to think about the man. She wants to know why. It is the man. So now that he's angry that she's going and doing that and holding that against her, when like really just the emotional absence drove her to do the work that you are doing, which is fine. You just said that, and that's it. Just unfortunately, I don't feel like it was matching up of like what you guys wanted within each other. So let me ask a clarification question, because now maybe I didn't get that. So before you were you were already a dancer when you were messing with him. No. Okay, so you wasn't a dancer.
No, and he lied to me about his relationship when we first met 7 years ago.
Got you. So he had, okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
So you weren't a dancer, and then you're saying that his actions of him lying to you made you want to go be a dancer so you could garner attention from other men?
In a sense, but not in a sexual way. I just wanted someone to listen to me, because every time we talk, he'd argue and yell at me and like blame me. And he'd say like, oh, if you ever hooked up with men, like I'll never touch you again. I'm like, well, you're literally fucking someone else at home. Like, I don't understand. Okay, got you. So, okay, now that makes sense. So, so you weren't doing any dancing at all. Yeah, so you were just in a regular side girl position. He said he was in love with me, and he met my parents, actually, but he would never let me meet his family. I just was like, I was like, I don't think you love me, because if you did, you'd let me in your life. You wanted to meet everybody.
So we could get off the top and go to something else, but yeah, the truth is, because I'm a man, so I'm telling you, men, let's just give you some cold hard facts about men. Men can love a girl and have sex with other girls and truly still love their woman. The reason why is because for a man, sex is a dominating act. For a woman, sex is a submissive act. It's the most ultimate form of submission for a woman. She literally submits her body and her will to that man. For the man, it's a dominating act, so he doesn't really have to have too many emotional ties to have sex with you, right? Mm-hmm. A man, we're truly capable of having sex with someone that we don't like. And also, we're capable of having sex with someone that we hate. But you ladies, you're barely capable of having sex with someone that you like. You could like a guy, but he says the wrong thing. Get out of here.
Yep.
But his breath a little stink. Get out of here. You're dismissing him, right? But on the opposite end, the guy, we don't care what the woman says. If she's available and the opportunity is there, we'll knock it down. Generally speaking, right? I'm not saying this is all men are acting like this, but you got to think about it. Since God is out of the world, religion is out of the world, there isn't any, real morality and any guidance in America. Women are acting a certain way and men are acting a certain way. Just like since that failed relationship on how he made you feel, you was like, you know what? I have the opportunity to show my butthole on, in a strip club and, garner attention and time from men. And I'm being just real clear here, but you still have the capability to do that, right? And that's very an immoral act. You get what I'm saying? Just like his act was very immoral of having a main chick and lying to you and having sex with you. That was a very immoral act, but your actions after that was very immoral. And also, you got to think about it. No one's virgins, so all of our actions is immoral.
But I don't show my butthole at work. I just get topless. Like, if you want to see that, you can pay for more money. I'm sorry.
That's what the background dance is?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. All right, cool. Yo, Lane, what the chat saying? We got any questions in there?
Question-wise, let's see. Oh, wait, there was one. Wait, are we doing only super chats?
Yeah, only super chats. Hey, anyone have any questions or any comments? Send in a super chat.
Super chat.
Super chat. Now, a question. Since this is my first time on the job, how do I know when a super chat come in?
You can see it. It'll highlight. It'll highlight up. Yeah. It'll. I just checked. I don't think I seen any. So we Gucci. Let me check Facebook real quick and see if anyone sent any stars.
I feel like
Okay, so on Facebook right now, we got 400 people watching. Let's see. Yo, on Facebook, anyone that's in right now, ladies, while I'm speaking, you guys, a little bit. Anyone that's in right now on Facebook, if I'll answer one of y'all questions or even a comment, but you got to send in a star. And it is available. So if you're in the live chat right now, if you click on that star next to the comment, you click on a star, and then you could send in however many stars you want. Any star you send in, I'll read your comment and I'll also read your question. So, I got a question for the ladies, though, just to make things concise and fun here. Uno momento, por favor. Let's see.
So while you're looking that up,
what you got?
Someone said, what super chat? You want to advise them what super chat is real quick?
On YouTube? Yeah, so YouTube, they said it on YouTube, right? So the super chat is you click the $sign next to the comments, and then you could donate money. When you donate money, you donate money, and then you type whatever you want to type in, and that'll come up. And then I'll see it, and I'll read your comment. Okay, so let's start with Raven. What do you consider... Actually, wait 1 second.
Mackenzie, what up?
Okay, yeah. Raven, what do you consider a good first date?
I would say like coffee and meet up and talk. We've already been talking online, so I feel like a coffee would be good, because on the second date you can either go on a hike or a walk to get to know them even more, so that you can discuss some more things and get to know each other.
Okay, cool. Very simple. And yourself, what do you consider a good first date back when you were single?
I mean, I used to hang out at the river a lot, so bring some food, hang out at the river, bring a towel. I mean, but if me and my husband had the worst first date ever and I still married him. So like
Fair enough. Okay.
Wild.
So you're simple, not high maintenance at all. You're down for whatever.
Get me down in the woods. If I get to take my shoes off, there's bonus points.
Easy. No, I'm joking. Moving right along, yourself, what do you consider a good first date?
Go out for coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah, I just want to go to a quaint little coffee shop and sit and have a conversation and see if there's vibes. Like if it vibes cool, then I'm like, okay, then we can go do something else.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
just like, yeah, because I think people have to have like a chemistry, like some kind of vibe has to be going on. If it's not going on, then it's not going to go on.
Got it. All right. So everyone is fairly simple. Leaving it up to you, Kaylee. What do you consider a good first date?
I guess it depends, but I would say like going out for dinner and drinks or just going to a winery. That's like my favorite thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So drinks, dinner, a winery. All right. And we've got a simple dating panel
What
that's
about
on
you,
right
though?
now.
Let's know your perfect date.
Oh, perfect date for myself. McDonald's. Dollar menu. Do McDonald's still got the dollar menu? No, they don't. We're in a recession right now, right? Inflation happened. Nothing is from the dollar menu. But I'm a simple
It'll
guy
probably be the
myself.
zombie now.
Yeah, they may would. They probably. I'm a simple guy myself, just like you ladies. Okay, so all right. Well, let's go into any questions on the panel?
No, it'll probably be just me tonight.
Got it.
Sorry about that.
All right.
Loads of them.
Starting with Kaylee. How many bodies before you consider? How many bodies does a girl have to have before you consider her a hoe?
That's a hard question because I feel like women get shamed for that if they have more than men, but men, they get applaud, and it's like not fair.
Life isn't fair.
No, so maybe for women, this is a hard question. Maybe like more than 10.
Okay.
More than
So
10,
more than 10?
personally.
More than 10. So anything more than 10 is considered a hoe. What about yourself?
I don't know. It like depends because like, if you have a person that's in like a long-term relationship for 8 years and then they go hog wild and do whatever they want to do for like 2 years, then they have this huge body count, but then they find like somebody to settle down with and they don't do that for like a really long time.
You sound like you speaking from experience.
Well, actually, I have body count, believe it or not. I do. I have a lot of weird sexual experiences. I can totally agree with that. But like basically, I can assure you that my craziness is not as crazy as some of the other things that I've seen out there.
Got you. So give a number though. What would you consider like a high body count? Because you got to think about it. You could be 18 years old or 50 years old. Penis is going inside you is still penis is going inside you. So time doesn't really matter about the penis is going inside you.
Yes, that's true. I would say about 10 to 15 would be the same. I kind of agree with you.
Okay, about 10 to 15. Oh, got it. Raven, what about yourself?
I'd say 15 to 20 would be like a lot for me.
15 to 20. And you see this part here?
Yeah.
Twist it like this.
Okay.
There you go. So anytime you're speaking. So 15 to 20. So we got 10, anything above 10. Then we have between 10 to 15. Now it's going up. It seems like it's going up. We got 15 to 20. You going up higher?
So I don't think it's the count. I think it's the reason why behind it. But also, I was called a hoe before when I was a virgin. So, like, in my experience as a woman, that didn't even matter.
Let me ask you a question real quick because I like to decipher things that people say. So you said it really doesn't matter. The number is the reason why behind the number, right?
Yes.
So, if you believe in God. Or no?
So are you asking for like a religion or
like forget the religion. Let's do this. If a person kills someone, right?
Okay.
Of course there's a reason why, but the other person is still dead.
Okay.
That's a body. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. My point is that the reason why it doesn't matter is because you still have penises inside you.
Do girls count?
That's not a penis inside you.
But I mean, you said body count, so sex is more.
Yeah, but like
I'm just wondering. I just like
heterosexual. Let's take it there.
I'm just wondering.
Yeah,
it's.
I mean, we could, but yeah.
I need to know the full length here.
True. In 2023, you could be with a woman.
So I guess like over like 525,600.
Over
minutes.
500. Very high number.
I mean, we're gonna go high. No, I don't really think it comes from the count. I think it comes from why.
Okay. Cool. So you didn't understand my analogy.
But I still said like yeah, it's, I would say like if you're going above and beyond and you're going over 100 people, like again, the reason why you're doing that is what makes you a hoe.
Got it. Okay. So, okay, that's a number. So, but let's say think about the reason why. So here's the thing. You're going off for the reason why. A girl could have one body and she could just, went and had a crazy night and really been slurred out, dancing on the bar and just picked a random guy and just, let that dude pipe her down.
But you're talking about repetitive experiences.
Well, no. It could just be one body, right? And if you're talking about the reason why, well, would you consider that girl a hoe and she just had one body? Or if you're talking about the reason why the girl got 100 bodies, right? And actually she talked to every guy and she found the quality in each guy that she liked the guy a little bit and she ended up having sex with him. Do you get what I'm saying?
No,
So
then that's like really kind of, so I feel like a hoe, you do have to have a repetitive experience. So there's definitely a number. You're not wrong.
Yep.
So like, I just don't know the number. And if you're looking for your soulmate, sexual compatibility is really important. So like, why wouldn't you kind of test out waters? Because like, there's some, like, what if you're like with somebody and they just suck, man? Like, can you imagine that's just like the rest of your life? And then you got a guy down your throat and like, like you're not giving it to me, and it's just like, man, you're horrible. And like, you can only train so much. You can only train a male so much. Or like, he opens up his pants and like, it's just like we're just not compatible. What if he's this big and then I have to get impaled every night? Do you know what that's like? Like, I don't know if we can do that.
Yeah.
Like, I have to know. Like, like, it's really, it depends on the reason. I'm not.
What about the smaller size too, Izzy?
Like,
what about smaller dicks too?
Hey, chat.
To the ocean, like, so like, it's.
Listen up, chat. No, we good. Put the camera on me. We about to get active. All right, let's go. So, the glasses on. It's up. My eyes are hurting anyway from the light. Question for you. What you say your name was again? I forget names. Izzy, that's right. What's your real name?
Isabel.
Isabel. Okay, beautiful. Izzy. So, you have kids?
I do.
You have a son?
Yes.
Got it. So your son, how old is he?
3.
3. Now you've already, he was in your stomach for 9 months. You birthed him. He's 3 years old. Is he potty trained, of course?
Absolutely.
Potty trained. You did all of that. Now, let's think far into the future, right? He goes through elementary, middle school, high school, and college. He becomes a doctor. He's a man of value.
That's so funny.
Think about it. He
draws bacteria for fun is why it's funny.
Oh, even perfect, right? So I'm in the right track, right? So your son, he became a man of importance and a man of value, not in just to your own eyes, but in society eyes as well. He's a surgeon. He's helping people out. Now he came to you. He said, Mom, I have 2 women. I like them equally and they like me equally, right? But the only difference is one girl has a 4 body count and the other girl has 100 bodies, right? What would you advise your son to do? Which girl would you advise your son to marry?
Well, who makes him happier?
They both treat him exactly the same, and he treats the woman exactly the same. Literally, they're a replica. The only thing that's different is one has 4 bodies and the other one has 100 bodies.
I'm just trying to, like, logically, that doesn't make sense. So, like, there, there would be questions, of course, that I would ask. I would have follow-up questions.
Okay. Well, it's really nothing. It's very simple. One has 4 bodies and the other one has 100.
Are they clean? Are they both clean? They're crystal clean?
Everything is perfectly fine about the woman. Literally nothing is different. Just one had 100 dicks in her and the other one had 4 dicks in her.
And he doesn't seem to care about that, so why am I going to care?
No, wrong. Like, listen to the question.
Like,
no,
do they cook? Do they take care of them?
Listen to the question. Simple and concise, right? The women are the same. He loves the woman the same. And those women love him the same, right? There's only one difference. And that is that one has 100 and the other girl has 4. Now, he's coming to you and say, Mom, I want to marry one of them. The only difference is one has 100, one has 4. Now, my question is, which woman would you advise your son to marry?
So, like, did she go through 100 guys because she can't suck a dick?
No, it's just, it's 100.
Because, like, then you have to be like, you got to get rid of her because that's going to be happy.
It's just 104.
She's my son around, like, how else am I supposed to advise that other than like, is that the reason? Like, I can't make him live an unhappy life.
Got it. So
like, if the reason is she really
so
failed
got you. So
100
then
times over.
Got it. So then you wouldn't advise your son anything. You would just say, hey, son, figure it out. What would you do?
No, like there would be follow-up questions like, does one make better meals? Like,
no, you're not so I don't think
you're just but you're just talking about no, but I did listen to your question. You're talking about how many dicks, but like the thing is,
listen. Let's calm it down a little bit. Real quick. It's very simple. We got hundreds of people watching this live, and you can't answer a simple question. It's this simple. The girls is equal. Nothing is different about the girls. You're talking about cooking, cleaning, sucking, and all this haram stuff. Everything is equal. The only thing that's different is one has 4 and one has 100. My question to you is, which woman are you advising your son to marry?
You know what? I'm going to go with the 4 just because apparently she didn't have to go through 100.
Exactly. That proves my point. That's what I'm saying. Like, so Izzy, this is my point that I'm proving. Body count matters. You was trying to say that, it could be, let me finish. You were saying that, it's the numbers doesn't matter. It could be what you said, 550,000. You said
525,600 minutes.
Oh,
get it?
Got it. Cool. So you said a huge number, and then got it. You said a huge number, and then you bring it down to 100. But you only did that. The thing is this, ladies. Shaming is a good thing. It's the best thing ever. And it seems like you ladies don't really want to, yourself, the other ladies kind of answered. I appreciate y'all for giving those numbers. But yourself, it seems like you're hesitant to really keep it real, keep it no fugazi, what this podcast is called, which is called Keeping It Real, because you don't want to shame a woman that has a high body count, right? The reason why shaming is a good thing is because without shame, we'll just be doing anything, right? So when you feel shame internally inside, it does one thing. You feel horrible. It makes you, so if you're doing something and you feel shame, you really don't do it again. Who really does something if they feel shameful for doing it? Most human beings stop doing it. Adam and Eve, they were naked. What's the first thing they felt? They bit from the apple. What's the first thing that they felt? They felt shame for being naked, so they put on clothes. Got it? They didn't walk around naked again. So when you feel shame, you change behavior. You change your behavior. So shame is a good thing, because without shame, we'll be killing people, raping would be going crazy, robbing, everything. We wouldn't even have police. Why have police if there is no shame? Why have order if there is no shame? The reason why we have order, law and order, is because we know things are shameful. We know things are bad. So the reason why the woman with 100 body count is a bad mating choice for your son is because you know that woman is ran through. You know that she wouldn't be a good long-term mating choice for your son because she was promiscuous. She had a bad past. You get what I'm saying? That's just the facts. That's why you admitted it into the son situation. Make sense?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, cool. Makes sense. Lane, what the chat saying?
Chat. Let's see. Oh, wow.
And then ladies, get some questions, because I don't want to have all the questions come from the chat or myself. So
I have a question.
It could be random stuff. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Shoot
What
it.
if a person, when they were in their 20s, was promiscuous and they stopped doing it at a later age? What if they had a higher body count in their young 20s and then they stopped doing that? Does that make them still a horrible person?
Yeah, so it's not about being horrible, right? Mm-hmm. So because you got to think about it. I believe in God and I believe in Christ. So Christ, you could be, it was in a Bible, like forgot the woman's name, but she was a prostitute. And, she repented her sins and she changed her behavior, meaning that years ago she was a prostitute And then currently in her future, she wasn't doing any prostitution anymore. She fully changed her behavior, and, you know, she can go to heaven because of that. So your sins can be forgiven if you know, stop doing those bad behaviors or enacting in promiscuous ways, right? But that's God. Guess what? Human beings ain't God, right? So if you have bad credit, think about it. Can you go to a bank and get a loan if you got a 350 credit score? No, because human beings aren't God. We're not Jesus. We're not forgiving you for, we're not going to forget about your sins, and we're not letting that, you know, get past. So men, we have a big stake in a woman's past. And part of the past is her sexuality, right? So if she was promiscuous or doing OnlyFans or, sorry, but, you know, on a stripper pole, expressing her sexuality, to a huge portion of, to every guy, even if he's being honest, it's gonna like, it's like an ick feeling for a woman that has a promiscuous past, right? It'd be hard to take that woman seriously. Just like you ladies. Ladies, you want a guy with a future. You're not gonna date a bum. Like you can't get over that. It's like, you don't got a job. You're living in your mom's basement. Yeah, the vibes is good, but I can't really take you seriously. And men, it's like, well, yeah, you're good now, but you was in them streets in the past. You was on OnlyFans. You was, you know, prostitution. I know you good now, but I can't take you into my future, if that makes sense. So it's not really about, your question was, you know, can a person be forgiven for their bad mistakes? Yeah, in God's eyes, but human beings, we ain't God.
That's hilarious.
Keep it funky with you.
Now, what do you think of the situation where a guy does everything for a woman but won't sleep with them?
Okay, so that was your situation.
That was my
situation. All right, so good
get back to that
question. So you have a guy. Actually, can you explain it again?
Friends, but basically, for the last 2 years, he cleans my house, he cleans my cars, he does all this shit for me, and I don't know why he does it. Like, he just does everything.
He's hopeful. That's why.
No,
And
he doesn't.
Do you find him sexually attractive?
I do, but he doesn't. He's not interested. He just wants to fix everything. That's
and
it.
how old is he?
He's the same age.
So he's about to be 50.
Yeah, he's 48 or 49.
Okay, he's 49. So same age. Mm-hmm. And you knew this individual for a long time, or
no? I only met him like 3 years ago.
Got you. Is he married?
No, he's not.
He's single?
Yeah.
Is he date? Do you know that if he go out on dates and stuff?
He likes to go out and I don't know what he does because I don't ask, because it's none of my business. Basically, I don't want to bother.
So two reasons. Mm-hmm. So this guy comes to your house. You don't even have him in a friend zone. So this is a weird situation.
Yeah.
You don't have him in a friend zone. He's just coming to help you out.
Yeah.
And you find him attractive, meaning that if things escalated, you may spread them legs for homie.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't want to enact in that way with you.
That's correct.
So here's the two answers. The first answer that I'll give you is he doesn't find you attractive.
That's
at
what
all.
I think too.
The second one is that he probably doesn't have a penis.
That's
he probably got a toto between his legs.
That's also hilarious.
Yeah, probably got a toto. So
that's where I was going with it.
Yeah, that's the either. Because
but why is he helping me? Like, I have no idea. Like, why? I mean,
okay,
if you're
I can
not
answer that one for you.
Why would you do all this shit to help somebody?
So men have a natural proclivity, it's natural tendency to help women, period. It's kind of like men have this natural thing, want to save a woman. It's like this in, war as well. If we have a woman, soldier and men soldiers, but the woman gets injured and a man gets injured, the man that natural tendency is to help the woman first. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, and also, if you're on a Titanic, women and children off the ship first, but the men is kind of like an expendable commodity. So men, we just naturally have this tendency in us to help women out. So he's just doing what's natural to him, I would say, if he doesn't find you attractive. Do you guys talk and socialize?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, well, he may even like your company or something like that. But I would say he may like your company and may want to help you out, but he probably got a thought between his legs, or he just really doesn't find you that attractive. And I would say that. I wouldn't even say that he doesn't find you attractive, because if he really didn't find you attractive,
He wouldn't do it.
he really wouldn't be helping you out. So
the weird thing
So then I would go to the other option where maybe he like something is wrong down there with his Johnson.
Possibly.
It's possibly something. He probably got an issue down there with
Or
his
he just
Johnson.
might like the opposite.
Or he just may be gay. He actually may like the opposite sex.
That's hilarious. I can't say who it is though, because I
Yeah,
like
you don't
him a
want
lot
to.
of
Yeah,
stuff.
don't say. Yeah,
I
keep
have no
that to
interest-
yourself.
No, keep that.
Because
He's such a nice guy, though. I don't care.
He's gay.
Yeah, he's such a nice. He's such a
yeah,
nice.
he could be. He could be, eating them Skittles.
That's
Probably a
hilarious.
Skittle guzzler.
Hell, I don't know what that means.
A Skittle guzzler?
I don't know.
You never tasted the rainbow? Look at your hair.
What do you mean? You mean
Y'all,
That's what you
y'all
mean?
funny. But does that kind of help you out? Coming from a man, I think that's what I think.
Sense actually, because it's weird. Didn't he like, and then he wants to hear my stories of other people that I go out with. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah. Yeah, yes. And he wants to hear the stories of other guys you go out
Yeah.
with. Yeah, he's choking on a pickle. Yeah. He's he's gargling some peanut butter. Homie got a muscle in his throat.
Oh my god.
No homo. Let's move right along.
All right.
Pause. Any questions? Raven, Izzy.
I have one.
Oh yes, let's go.
Do you think it's possible for straight men to be friends with females? Yes or no?
Ooh, good question. Is this directly to me or everyone else on the panel?
Like everybody,
Okay.
even including the people that aren't on the panel.
Oh, they don't got any mics or anything, but we live right now. So let's
Okay.
go with Izzy. Do you think it's possible for men and women to be friends? That's your question, right?
What?
Do you think it's possible if men and women can be platonic friends?
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible if men and women can be platonic friends?
Yes.
Okay. And why?
I don't know. I've had a lot of. I still have male friends. But they're usually my husband's friends at this point in my life. But I've had a lot of really valuable relationships that I've had with people, and we still communicate maybe once a year and see how we're doing. Some of them are getting married. Some of them are doing good.
Let's add to the question. So, do you think men and women can be platonic friends without those stipulations, like, you're married and he's a friend of your husband's, or, you're at a workplace and he's your boss? Let's just add it like strictly, let's take all the other stipulations away and just keep it blanket. Single guy, single girl, can they be friends?
So like
Platonic friends.
So I want to say, yeah, like, I mean, I've literally brought guys home to my husband and they don't even text me anymore because they became friends. And so like, I'd be like, hey, I met this cool guy. I bring him home and like, and now they're friends. And like, I've done that again and again and again.
All right.
And I mean, I bring home women too, but yeah, we all got a vibe.
Okay. What about you, Raven?
I would say yes and no, because at some point someone does fall for the other and then it complicates that friendship. Then that other person wants to try the relationship and then the other person's like, I'm not really into you like that. And then it just ruins the whole friendship. I've had that before. And I even have a couple friendships where some of my guy friends are in love with me, but I'm not in love with them. And it's a hard friendship, to keep because, I don't want to lead them on or carry on something that they're going to feel while I'm not feeling.
Okay. Fair enough. And yourself?
I think that they can, but I think a lot of times guys will secretly want to sleep with the person that they're platonically friends with, even if they technically say they don't. Like normally they do anyway. Normally,
So then is it platonic?
not necessarily. Maybe not, but I mean, kind of in a sense. Like you can be platonic friends, but just that possibility
Yeah.
of it converting is always there.
Okay. Fair enough. And so you two, I think everyone gave answers where it was like the woman, it's kind of like 50-50 kind of much. That's what everyone is choosing. Like, yeah, you can, you can't. You said totally yes, though. You can. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure I understand. And now you could answer it. I'll go last. What do you think?
I mean, personally, for me, I can only be friends with gay men because I do have some straight guy friends, but I will tell you, I never see them because they think of me as an object to bang, and I'm just not interested. And I had to tell a couple of them, like, hey, you know, like, I'm not into you like that. Fine. And then they'll get mad. You never text me anymore. Like, you're too busy for me. I'm like, I have my own life, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to hear me saying that I'm, like, dating around or, like, talking to other men. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt their feelings.
Got you.
So, like, mostly
you keep
gay
them in
men.
the friend zone and stuff.
Yeah, I try, but like it's kind of annoying and frustrating because they overstep their boundaries by sending naked pics, and I'm like, no, this is why you're single, and
Hey.
this is why you're not gonna get a
Them
woman.
homies putting up them shots, man.
do.
Yeah,
They
but
gotta
this
send a dick pics.
Hey, why
I hate
it's so
it.
ugly? It looks
I
like
hate
a
it.
worm. Like we don't want to see it.
I hate it. I just got one the other day and I'm like, why would you send this to me? He's like, well, are you going to send me nudes? I'm like, no, I respect myself. I'm not sending you nudes. So I post on my story. The other person who asked me to send me fucking nudes, I'm going to fucking block your ass. 'Cause
Yo,
I
y'all
am not
really
that
sending
person.
news out there?
Yeah,
Right, that's
they do.
wild.
Or, like-
Whole ass, whole dick and balls, everything. Whether they're hard, whether they're soft, it doesn't matter. They're just like, here's my dick, here's my body. You could be fat,
They
you
threw
could
the
be having
balls in
sex.
there too, though.
Everything. I'm telling you, everything.
Oh, man, you gotta get the right angle with the balls.
Right, but they
Oh
don't.
God!
That must be
Sometimes
difficult
it's
to
like a
take that
naked mole
picture.
rat picture because it's literally just up close, and that's it. And then you don't know what the size is because it's up close. You don't know whether it's big or small.
Yeah, they're like you like this 9-inch.
That's why I want to see that. Respect
Okay,
yourself.
ladies, let's get down with the, the pics and the weighing pics and stuff like that.
Friends never did that.
So you believe that men and women can't be friends then, from your experience, is what I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
meet like a new guy. They're like, oh, let me get to know you.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So
I
for
don't-
you, you're saying like every guy that you kind of meet, he has ulterior motives. Like maybe you may see him as a friend, but
Yeah.
somewhere down the line,
yeah.
that he wants to smash. Like either he makes a move or you feel like the vibe, like, oh yeah, he wants to move
I mean,
to another step.
yeah, and it's like I feel like a lot of them they just like you said, want to smash, but they're also looking for more like a relationship
Yeah.
or marriage or something. But like personally, no. I just turn everybody down. I'm very like selective who I give my time and energy to. So if somebody
Gotcha.
sends me a nasty picture, I'll go on Google and find the ugliest looking vagina and send it right back to them.
Wow. He takes okay, so y'all thinking y'all getting her real twat, but you getting it from that is horrible.
I think it's not.
Out there sending the blue out.
So I'll
That's
answer the
nasty.
question. So men and women can't be platonic friends without having stipulations and like, oh yeah, I'm married and this girl is a friend of my girlfriend, so I'm friends with her and it's platonic. That would be a platonic situation, but the stipulation is in there that it's my wife's friend. So it's like, of course I'm looking at her as a friend then and nothing more. So without all of the stipulations in there, men and women truly can't be platonic friends because someone has ulterior motives, and usually it's the guy, I would say.
Yeah.
The guy normally wants to smash. That's just the facts. Who believes, okay, so you don't believe that men and women can be friends, and you two are 50-50, but you truly believe that men and women can be friends.
Yeah.
Right? Do you have a guy friend?
So that's a really loaded question just because, yes, I do.
Okay.
I
You
talk.
want to give him a call?
Who would I call?
Let's give him a call. So,
When my phone's off.
you turned off your phone?
Yeah. you
Okay.
told me to.
If you want to, it's up to you. If you want to, what we could do is you could call up one of your guy friends, and what you'll say, now it's just for the podcast purposes. Afterwards, you could text him like, hey.
That's like gross, like to me. Like I would never call up any of my guy friends and do that. Like that literally makes me want to vomit.
I would
Yeah.
do it
Like
to one of mine.
even are you like suggesting that I ask them like something gross?
No, not at all.
Like,
So
or
all
do
I
they
was
just
going
have to answer the phone?
No. So
Because,
what I
like,
was gonna say was,
gross.
that all you have to do is call up one of your guy friends that you consider a friend. I know you're married, so that they also know you're married too, right? So you would say something on the lines of, "Hey, what's your husband's name?"
Joey.
Joey? You'll say, hey, me and Joey were just, it's very bad times. Like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a divorce going on. Can I come stay with you?
Oh, you know, I could call one of my guy friends. He's head over heels for me.
So yeah, we know that's gonna work. Nah, we know that's gonna work. That's not a.
He says like, just no. My friend Alan, you met him. He only likes me as a friend now. He got mad at me the other day because he hasn't heard from me. He's like, you're just like all the other girls I'm friends with. You never answer. I'm like, dude, I have a life and I have personal shit going on.
Got you. So we got a super chat from Tony Barnett. He says, ladies, what you need to understand is that the more men that woman has had sex with, the tougher it will be to pair bond with. So the more you have sex with men, the tougher will be to pair bond. That's what Tony's saying. Then he said, this will mean in the future, she will likely divorce or cheat on your son. So this was directed to you when we were talking about that situation before. Thanks, Tony, for the super chat. I appreciate that, man.
There's definitely a psychological factor in there. And that's why I said, like, why is it 100? Like, why would you need to? I feel like, I mean, personally, like, I haven't surpassed that number. And I mean, I've dated around and done my thing. And I feel like, yeah, there's definitely probably a psychological factor. So he's right. But if you're just basing it off that without me able to answer any other questions, like I would never judge that either, because like, again, you go back to like, what if you went through a time like a lot of women use it for a self-harm mechanism, and I don't like that. I think that's not talked about a lot. So like when women really like are at like that, instead of, that's how they hurt themselves. Like, and I've seen it. Like,
wait, what are you talking about?
Like when women go on these like little escapades and they go and they sleep with a bunch of men, it's like a form of self-harm.
Oh yeah.
So
true.
like,
so wait, so now since you know that it's a form of lame, I need you good, Kev? You want to do it? I know you got the cup in your hand. Bro. You sure?
Yeah.
So you just admitted that, you know, when women sleep around and they're being promiscuous, it's like a form of self-harm. So you even know what it takes because you're a woman.
Yes.
And you know what it takes, what mental mind frame you would have to be in to be sleeping around with even, you know, multiple guys within a year. You know what mental mind frame you would have to be in. So now when you put your mental mind frame onto other women, it's like, that seems like it's a form of self-harm. Now let's go back to the last question when I said that, well, the question that Tony was even speaking about, when you really couldn't answer the question, like, what do you consider a high body count for a woman to be a whore? If you know that a woman had 100 bodies, it's more likely for her to be acting in self-harmful ways. Why would you advise your son to marry that? Like, why did it take you so long to choose the girl that only had 4 bodies and not the girl that had 100 bodies?
Well, I mean, you've also asked me, like, am I religious, spiritual? I mean, like, I am very, like, I practice spirituality. It might not be what you practice, and that's okay. But like, a lot of my beliefs come around like the butterfly. So like, I believe the universe like has these blueprints inlaid in like the earth, and like the transformative properties that you can go from one thing and become something completely different. It really allows like that change. Like, I can't say that somebody hasn't gone through a transformation, a metamorphosis. It's painful, it sucks, it hurts, and we all do it at some point. So like, with that in mind, I'm not going to take somebody's number and put that on them, because people can heal.
Got
and
you.
When
So
you're
let me just decipher that. So you said that you know, people can go through a metamorphosis and have an awakening and change their behaviors. Yeah, it's possible for that to happen to someone, and they could really change their behaviors. But do you think it's probable? No, most people, the way they do one thing is the way they do a multitude of things. Why do you think why do you think it's so hard to make $100,000 a year, and only 20% of the population, men and women, make $100,000 a year in America, right? The reason why is because it's hard to do, because the way you do one thing is the way you do a multitude of other things. So the people that can make $100,000+ a year, they have the same similar characteristic traits: A-type personality, non-agreeable, decisive. They're not indecisive. They're congruent. They're assertive. They're dominant to a degree. So those are the personality traits that takes any human being, man or woman, to succeed in life, right? But why do you think only 20% of the population can do that? Because most people don't change their behaviors. Like, most people can't adapt and change. So if we're speaking about a topic and we're talking about your son, someone that you birthed and someone that you're going to advise them, Liam, you good? Advise them of things, you want to objectively think about things and say, well, wait, the one with 100 bodies, she's not going to, can she really change? It's possible, but is it probable? No, it isn't probable for her to change her past ways. And then you also got to think about it as like, well, does she even deserve your son? Like, the woman that was being promiscuous and sleeping around, your son is a surgeon now. And does she even deserve? You get what I'm saying? But you chose the right answer already. But
I mean, that means that I have confidence in myself that I raised him to see the best. You wouldn't let me ask any other questions other than the body count. So like, if you're telling me that it's not possible, that's complete or probable, that's completely different than possible.
Correct.
And so like, I think since he's a brain surgeon, doctor extraordinaire, rocket scientist, that he would know the difference between putting himself in danger and then going forward with somebody that actually deserves him or has a chance in
Correct.
life.
But
so if he's
mother.
telling me these both women have the same exact love and things like that, I can't judge it on one thing, and you're not letting me say anything else or like ask him prying questions because
everything was equal the same. That was just.
But there's like, as I said, life is way more complicated than that, than just the body count. It might not be probable, but it is possible.
So anything is So this is the thing, right? But you're fine because you're married. So I'm not going to get on you too much. You won. You get what I'm saying? You have a man.
I won the game, guys.
Yeah, you won the game. So you have a man. So really, yes, you could have just been like, to avoid the question, you would have been like, you know what? I'm going to defer this answer to my husband. Let him, make the choice for my son of what would be best. And your husband would definitely be like, son, why would you even ask me which one to choose? You know which one to choose. Shut up. Choose the one with 4. It'd be real quick. And
I don't think he would do that.
He definitely would. It's in all men. We get disgusted. We get repulsed. Just like you get repulsed when a dude is living in the basement with his mom eating cereal all day, but he's in your inbox. Just like you get repulsed when the dude is lying to you and he's like selling you a dream.
You're wrong though. Like, because
he does get repulsed.
No, but you said
she got repulsed too. Look.
So when I met my husband, we weren't living anywhere, and we took all of our money, every cent that we had. We were dating for about 3 months, and we moved in together. Everybody told me it was an awful idea. Everybody told me that it was worthless, that we shouldn't do it, and I was making a big mistake, and we're married, and we're very happy. We have a house, we have kids, we have multiple things that we do. So you're wrong.
What am I wrong about?
Because people look deeper than that. People look for emotion, people to make them laugh, people to make them love. Yeah. Like,
okay.
So, I mean, we both kind of were like, we were both kind of like in a really weird place in our life. And it's the fact that you want to build with somebody. And that's what really you're looking for. Somebody to make you hold, someone to make, like, it takes a self-awareness.
Okay. Let me ask you some probing questions. We'll get into it a little bit and then we'll move on to another question. Hey, anybody got super chats? Send them in. I'm answering all questions, man. Or even comments. If you want to comment on the topic, send in a super chat. Got you. So you said that you did have a past and your husband accepted you for your past. Is that correct?
I mean, no, I wasn't like on the streets like that. That's not what I'm referring to. I'm saying like hard life. If that's how you took it, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, hard life. Meaning
so I'm saying like it was a very complicated situation, as most people go through.
Well, you got it. Men and women are different. So just because you had a hard life, meaning that maybe you couldn't afford certain things, like a hard life financially, that's different. A man would accept a woman a hard life financially. I'm talking about, were you getting your cheeks clapped? Did you have a higher body count than 20 before y'all met?
I'd prefer not to answer on my body count.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. So let's just say you was promiscuous to a degree. We'll keep it fair enough, right? You were promiscuous to a degree and your husband, and you still got married in a ring. Kudos for you. You got lucky. Good. But my point is, what I'm making is that there's 2 types of men, right? Really, there's 3 types of men. Okay. So, but all the 3 types of men, we all act the same way, right? Because men are born with an empty slate, no value. And Lane, when I'm speaking, just make sure you're chopping it back and forth between them. Because this is probably gonna go on a little bit because I'm explaining something to him. So competence leads to accomplishments, which then leads to confidence. And when you got some confidence, you have options. And when you have options, you have an abundance mindset. And when you have an abundance mindset, you have the ability to be intolerant of female inadequacies. So that's what a man has to go through, that cycle. He has to go through that cycle to not tolerate a promiscuous woman, right? But females, on the opposite hand, she doesn't have to go through that cycle because women are born with their value, sexual value, meaning that they already have options. So since they already have options, they already have an abundance mindset, which meaning that they normally don't tolerate inadequate men off the bat. But most men have to go through a cycle, right? So depending on when you got your man, and where he was at, right, and financially successful, his competent level, his masculine frame, depending on when you met him, he maybe just wasn't the big dog yet, so he was tolerating a promiscuous woman. But I could tell you, any man, we're all the same. The more the man works on his value, the more he is intolerant of female inadequacies. So what I'm saying is that you got lucky and you got a husband. So us talking about this, it really doesn't matter. You already won the game. You out the game. But generally speaking, men would only accept poor decisions from a woman's past because they're not adequate themselves. They're inadequate themselves, so they don't have a lot of options. So they'll accept anything. They'll accept the guy talking back to him in Walmart. They'll accept a woman talking back to him in Walmart. They'll accept a woman that's a stripper. They'll accept a woman that's on OnlyFans. They'll accept these poor choices from women because they're inadequate. Make sense? But once that man, competence, accomplishments, and confidence, options, abundance mindset, it's like, wait, I have all these girls. I could choose a girl with a lower body count. I could choose a younger woman. I could choose a girl that's going to be submissive. Why would I go for the loud, rambunctious woman that's on a stripper pole or has an OnlyFans or was in them streets sleeping with a lot of men? Men just won't do that.
I definitely understand where you're coming from.
Now you get what I'm saying.
No, like I do. And like also, like it was very insightful to list all like the men that the three. Competence is definitely one of them. So competence is important, but also is the drive to have a partner that has the same goals as you.
What you guys have
once you find
is beautiful.
And it is. And we were young. We were young and we were stupid.
Totally
he was 19. Cool. I was 21. Like we were all messing up.
You
like
was all
that
doing
was
things.
Like that's where we are. We never want to be in the dating game now.
When did y'all get married? When you were young, right? But
no, actually.
Y'all was dating when y'all was young.
We were dating, and then about 4 years ago, I don't know. We were working like several jobs each. We were just sitting in the house. We were looking at each other. We never thought we were going to be where we're at. And I was like, I kind of want a baby. And he's like, yeah, me too. And I was like, we should probably get married first. So like right off the bat, I looked up on my phone, top places to elope in Pennsylvania.
What age did y'all meet?
I met him when I was 13.
Okay, cool. Yes. But what age did y'all actually start dating?
Again, he was 19. I was 21.
Oh, yeah. See, yeah, that's much differently. You met him at a stage. He didn't even have enough time to acquire value.
Oh, no, he had value. I think one of the main draws, though.
A 19-year-old don't have any value. You got to think, they don't have any value. So the value is the three things I said, right? Like that's competence leads to accomplishments, which then leads to confidence. Like what can a 19-year-old boy accomplish? He's not accomplishing anything. So then if he have any confidence, it isn't really pure and genuine confidence, like from the soul, like, yeah, I've did this. I've accomplished these things. When I walk into a room, I don't even have to speak about myself. People just naturally see it on me because I've accomplished things, right? That confidence is natural. It's pure within a man. I know this because I'm a man and I coach men, and all men got to go through the same cycle. It's tough for a guy, but let's get it all for you. You already won. Kudos to you.
Won the game.
You won a game. Let's see what the chat's saying. Lane, you see anything in the chat?
Yeah, when I be trying to read the chat, you call me out.
Oh, my bad, bro. Go ahead.
Nah, they just a lot of comments. No, nothing super yet.
Okay. Hey, we see the mods in the chat. Zoro, I see you in the chat, bro. That's what it is. You moderating right now. Dang, let me see if we got any more super chats. Wow, I only see this one. Hold up. If y'all sent in a super chat, comment so I can see it. Hold up, let me see. How did I see it last time?
Yeah, we could.
Okay. Yeah, I was. Oh, fan funding. Okay, boom. In here.
Do you mind if I ask the question?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, Liam, if you got a question, ask the girls.
Yeah, I got a 3-pronged question for you guys. My question is.
Put the camera on the ladies too.
Oh, okay, cool. Got the ladies there. So the question, and I'll pick the order after I ask. The first prong is, what should a female depend on a man for? And I'll start with you.
Me? That's a really hard question because I'm very self-sufficient. I'm in that 20%. I'm probably a little bit higher than that 20%.
That's good. Good
so
for
I'm
you.
very successful. That's actually a question I was going to ask you. What do you feel about extremely successful women? Like, what do you think about them?
Save that question and let's answer his.
But,
That's a good. I'll write that down.
I don't really need anything. Like I want a person that has value. Like I don't know. I don't really. I mean, I don't.
So
it's really hard for me personally. That's why I have a hard time dating because like I don't really need anything. Like I don't know. I don't really need anything.
I get what you mean, and I see why you would answer the question that way. But it's still something that we can take or depend on from somebody or a significant other. Maybe you don't need financial dependence, or you still may need protective or providing in certain ways.
I like, I like when my house is cleaned and my office is cleaned, and I like when my cars are taken care of and like the maintenance around the house is done. Like those things are very beneficial. But like as far as like paying my bills, no, I'm good. I got that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And like I said, it's a 3-prong, so you could go on to
Kaylee.
yeah.
Well, I feel how Trisha feels. I mean, a lot of us women don't need a man, but we want one, and that's totally normal because we all want like a partner in life. But I guess for me, I would like a high value man, one that doesn't need multiple women, can treat me with respect, make me laugh, like just be there emotionally, not just physically. Just like become your best friend and your lover at the same time. That's pretty much it. I don't need money from a man.
Companionship, pretty much.
Yeah, that's really important.
It would depend on.
Yeah.
All right. You're married. So what do you depend on your man to provide for you?
So everything that I'm not, pretty much.
Which is what exactly for the viewers?
Up in the air. I'm the artsy one. He's like the logical one. He's the math one. I'm the figure it out one. He doesn't know how to solve the problem. I found 5 ways to do it. Like, but also vice versa. So like, also like, I don't know, he does the outside work, I do the inside work. It's like a very nice balance. And like he's my best friend. Like, I don't know, someone I can really go to and be there and have confidence in. Like, trust and loyalty. I will tell you, fun fact, I have never checked his phone.
Well, that's good then. So you say logic, maintenance, whether like around the house work.
No. Well, I mean, he does like the cutting grass. I don't want to touch a lawnmower, man. I just really don't.
I get that.
He wants the land. He can do it.
And same question for you.
I would say loyalty and respect is a big thing, especially respecting boundaries, stuff like that, and commitment as well. Commitment's a big thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
What was what you
the second prong question was
before
what
you?
should a man?
I had stepped out real quick.
It's the same question.
Same question. What were their answers though?
Okay, so she said she really don't need anything. So what do you say you need?
And your question was what was the question again? Concisely.
So my question is, what should a female depend on a man for?
Female man. Oh, so she said nothing. And what did she say?
Pretty much, she said the same
Nothing,
thing. Nothing,
and then
well, she said companionship. She said companionship. Somebody that she can.
What did Raven say?
She just went. She said, "What did you say again?"
I said loyalty, respect, and commitment.
Yeah.
Okay. And then.
And I wrote hers down. I should have wrote the rest of them down. But she said logic from a man.
Yep.
Which is good. Maintenance, like
Handyman.
outside work, trust and loyalty.
Got it. Okay, cool. And then you could go with your next question, Lane.
So it's what should a man depend on a female for?
I think they should depend on me for anything. They should take care of themselves, and that would make them more desirable,
Oh, okay.
basically.
So pretty much
Fair
nothing.
enough. Let's go.
Nothing
With
and
you.
nothing. All right.
I mean, I do agree with what Trisha said, but a lot of men, no offense to any of them, but a lot of them expect to be babied and for the woman to do everything. But I believe in teamwork, so I expect my partner to be able to be in balance with me. You know, does that
Okay,
make
you
sense?
respect him. Lane, put the camera on me real quick. Hey, everyone in Facebook right now, I'm about to close down a Facebook live stream. Go to YouTube, because after they answer these questions, it's about to get spicy. We about to turn up for real. So everyone go to YouTube now. I'm going to put the link in the bio right now. Hold up. Let's see. Let me get the link for y'all. I'm going to put the link in the comments on Facebook. All right, bet. Go to the comment. I just put the link in the comments. Go ahead and go to YouTube now. I'm closing down the Facebook live stream. Let's go. I think we got 175 people right now. Close out the Facebook. Literally click on the link. If you don't see the link, just type in No Fugazee Podcast on YouTube, and it's going to come right up. You're going to see the live video. So No Fugazee Podcast on YouTube. We closing it out right now.
What do you think about a successful woman, like dating a successful woman? How do you feel about that?
We'll get there.
We gonna get there. I got
we
you.
definitely want to
we
get
gonna,
there
we
with
gonna, we gonna
All
get there with you. We gonna make that the last question on the podcast too.
All right, I love that.
Go ahead, Lame. You said that.
Yep. So, what can a man depend on a woman for?
So I feel like the woman's kind of like the glue that holds the house together. So like I'm really into really deciphering, keeping our spirituality in check, keeping the emotional balances of the house in check, making sure the kids are good. If like I see that he's getting grumpy, like kind of like he's probably hungry, but like like I'm really into making sure that he's good emotionally, because he does like a lot of the logistics. Like, as I said, he's very logical. He's really good at paperwork. I'm not a paperwork person. I was a kid. I just shoved it down in the backpack, and he has a filing cabinet. So like, I'm not doing that. But also again, like it doesn't mean that I'm not competent. I was always like manager work. So I guess I'm really good at managing the household. Like I was like, I did a lot of work like that. So it's really easy for me to make sure everybody's kind of in check. And I feel like as women, you're kind of supposed
Got
to.
you. And Raven, what about yourself?
What's the question again? I'm sorry.
What should a man or what can a man depend on a woman for?
I would say the same thing, that loyal, commitment, and respect as well. And then nothing after that as well. I agree with her.
So do you want to answer this too, Cooley, or?
Yeah, you had a 3-prong, right? Or that was just those two
I
questions?
can end it. Well, I can't really answer the third one, because the third question was, do they fulfill what their man depend on? Do they fulfill those traits? And if she said nothing, then obviously she can't fulfill anything.
Yeah, got
The only
you.
one that had something was Izzy, and she's
married
fulfills
already
them.
anyway.
Yep,
So
yep,
she's
yep.
already
Guys,
fulfilling
won the
them.
game.
She already won a game. Okay, cool. We got a Tony Barnett sent in $5. He got a question real quick. He said, ladies, your man wakes you up at 2 a.m. and says he is hungry. Are you making him something to eat? Let's start with Izzy.
Yeah, probably. And what's like, then probably going to talk about the time he just had.
Okay, Izzy.
Sounds like a fun time. We're going to make it even more fun.
Izzy keeping it real. She married. That's why she married. Raven.
If I'm in love with him, for sure, I would definitely make something for him. I'm not going to be happy waking up at 2 a.m., but I'll definitely do it for him.
Okay, cool. So you're not going to be happy, but you're still going to do it. Fair enough. And yourself?
I would do it.
You'll do it.
Yeah,
Dang,
I don't have a problem with
everybody
that.
waking up at 2 a.m. for the... And go ahead. You yourself, Kaylee.
Doesn't matter if I'm not in love with them. I would still do it because that's just the kind of person I am. I'm a very nice person. I'd do anything for anybody.
Ooh, so
Nice, they're not.
this is funny. So we actually got a whole panel for women that said that they will all wake up at 2 a.m. to cook their man food. So this, I actually asked this question before and it went viral on TikTok.
Okay.
Like millions. I think it has like 1 billion views now. Because a lot of people shared it and reacted to it and stuff like that. And people was clowning me for even asking a question and saying that, wait, what? Waking up at 2 a.m.? Why would you even want your man? Why would you even want your girl to wake up at 2 a.m.? And then girls, why is y'all even waking up at 2 a.m. to fix a lot of craziness on TikTok? But you four ladies, you're pretty level-headed when it comes to that. You know, providing for your man. Or being submissive to your men.
I mean, if he's waking me up at 2 a.m. and he's like, he cannot make a meal, like, I'm going to go down and help. There's something happening.
Oh, they calling cat. They calling cat.
If I'm stoned and I'm hungry at 2 a.m. and I want my man to make me something, I'm sure he'd make me something.
Okay. The chat calling cap. I don't know. The chat saying y'all capping like y'all not really waking up at 2 a.m.
I wake up at 2 a.m. for my kids.
I know.
Wake up at 2 a.m.
You awake?
You awake? Yeah.
Already awake. Fair enough. Okay. Let's see here. You had a question.
Yeah. How do you feel about women that are successful?
Got it. So, women that are successful, and you said that you make over $100,000.
I do. I can't disclose how much I make, but
Got it. No worries. Fair enough. And so I was given the example already where all human beings, men and women, in order to make money, we have similar traits. So a woman would have similar traits to a man that's making that money, because we all got to go through those same steps. So the thing is this: when a woman takes on, because it isn't about the money, it's about the traits that you have that it takes to make the money.
I know.
And those traits that it takes to make the money are normally masculine traits.
I know.
It's just what it is, right?
It is
so
true.
The thing is that men, we aren't attractive to masculine women, right? But women are attracted to masculine men. So a man that's asserting himself, being dominant, A-type personality, he's non-agreeable, he's decisive, not indecisive, he's congruent, that's attractive to a man because you're like, wow, he's a manly man. Mm-hmm. He could take he could kind of take control. He could lead me. Now the thing is, when a woman garners those traits, it becomes more masculine. And it's like, why you just got to disagree with everything? Why you got to be so argumentative? Like, why can't you just chill? Why can't you be my peace? Oh. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that if you can make the money, do it, but also be mindful of those traits that you have. Like when you're working as a woman in the workplace, and say if you're doing sales, you know you have to be non-agreeable, you know you have to be assertive and those type of things. If you could leave that at work and go back home and still be submissive and kind and nice to your husband, kudos to you, you'll win. Now, the thing is that, is it possible? Yes. But is it probable? No. Because how we do one thing is how we do a multitude of other things. It's just human nature. So, yeah.
I was told I was aggressive of an individual, and I don't mean it. It's not like I intend to be aggressive, but basically that's just in my nature.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't make this up. Because it's human behavior, it's human psychology and biology, and that's what I kind of based the No Fugazee podcast on, and my ideologies is based off of that as well. It's streamed in psychology and biology. Because y'all probably thinking like, oh, he seems like a know-it-all. No, I don't seem like a know-it-all. I actually know it. No, I'm playing. I'm joking with y'all. But I've done many research and studied, and I'm just a competent male. But myself, how I feel about a woman that's making money, hey, it's like this. We see a woman, a man has two options in a woman. One, they're both equally attractive. They're 7, both for 7. The one is at McDonald's, working at McDonald's, not really making anything. And the other girl is a lawyer. Yeah. Not gonna hold you. The McDonald's worker is probably just gonna be more feminine and more like sweet and kind and can get on our program. So he'll probably take the McDonald's worker, because men, we don't care about a woman's money. We just don't care. It's kind of like how you don't care about a man's fashion sense, right? You don't care about your man's fashion sense to that huge degree.
True.
Well, you want your man to dress nice, right? But if your man is taking longer than you every day to get ready and prioritizing his beauty over his ability to make finances, it will become an issue. But the opposite, because you don't care about his fashion sense, you care about his productivity sense. How much can he produce? Men and women, we are different. Attraction isn't symmetrical, it's asymmetrical, meaning that what you want in a man, the man wants the opposite in you. So you want a protector, a provider, a leader, and all those traits is, if the man is doing it, he will be able to provide you a good financial future. We don't prioritize that. It's cool if she got money, but it doesn't make our dick harder, right? But a man that has money and charming, cute, and attractive too, that makes the pussy just a little bit wetter. You know what I'm saying? It just makes it a little bit wetter. So, yeah.
I was told by my friend Steve, if there was two women who were equally hot, he would always go for the one less successful because he'll be more interested in his personal well-being.
Yeah, and not only that, that is true. That is true. But I'll say this, right? Men want to be the portal to the woman's world. It's just, it is what it is. We want to show you the world.
Like their hero.
Like we want to be your superhero to a degree. So the woman that already is making the money and experience things, well, how can we be your portal to the world if you already transported by yourself or with every other dude? Right? So men, we are attracted to inexperience. There's something about inexperience. Like if you suck on my dick, act like you really don't know how to do it. Choke on it a little bit. Why you think that's like a thing? Like, oh yeah, like not to be, but I don't watch any porn, but dudes watch porn. And why do you think those images and stuff like that would turn a man on? It's because it's like that inexperience. Like she doesn't know what she's doing. You get what I'm saying? So that turns a man on. But the opposite, women, you don't want a man to be inexperienced. Like you want a man to be experienced because you look for those leadership traits. And you wouldn't date a virgin at all. Ugh. A virgin got no D game. He can't do anything. He can't do anything for you sexually. You wouldn't date a bum. A bum, he has no experiences to make money. He has nothing there. We'll date a bum and we'll date a virgin. We're just opposite.
What I try to do is to date men that are even more successful than me than I am.
Yeah.
Because basically that's the only way I'm going to find somebody to be a partner with. Because these people that are at my level, they would rather date somebody less successful. Whereas a person that is much more successful than me, then I am then more submissive to that individual and they tend to like me more.
Yep.
But it's really difficult to find those high quality men.
It's like I said, it's extremely hard.
It's like a unicorn or some kind of like really, really hard thing to find.
Yeah, women become they become like a burden to their own success. Like the more successful you are, the harder it is for you to find a guy because women tend to either date across or above in social hierarchy statuses, right? So if you're making $100,000 a year, you want a man to make $100,000+ a year, preferably speaking. You know what I mean? You would prefer that. So think about it. Only 20% of the population makes $100,000 a year. So 80% of guys don't even qualify for you. Then you got to think about it. If you got a height preference, only 15% of the population is 6 foot or taller.
My last boyfriend was 5'6".
Oh, so you don't got a height preference?
No, I don't. No, I don't have a height preference.
Well, I think you do. You're not with that man anymore.
But something sex for dinner can only go so long until you're like, you know what? I've really had enough of this.
Got you. Yeah.
After 8 years, and it's still just sex and dinner. It's just like it's just boring. It's just
question for you, for the ladies on the panel. Then we'll wrap it up here soon because we've been going for a little minute. Who do you think is the real romantics, men or women? Starting with Raven.
Oh, that's a hard one. I feel like men, because men show women how to be romantic and can show them exactly how they can be romantic and show their love to that person.
Okay, you said men.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And what about you, Izzy?
I think men are pretty romantic in my experience as well, actually. Yeah.
Okay, you would say men. Men are the true romantics. And what about, let's go here with you, Keely.
I mean, I've only had one romantic boyfriend. The rest that I had to ask them. They're like, well, we don't know how to be romantic. You have to tell us what we need to do. And I'm like, you should just know. Personally. Just like gift giving, like they should know to do it on holidays.
Put out there.
Yeah.
Promise.
So you're saying that which one, men or women, are the real true romantic?
I would say men are more romantic. If you like, I have this one guy I see every once in a while.
Well, I'm sorry, Kaylee, did you say men or women? Gotta choose one.
I mean, for me, I would say women, just because of my experience. Like I said, I've only had one romantic partner. I'm the one that's always doing things. Like, I never really had a guy say, hey, we're going to go to this dinner and I'm going to pick you up.
Okay.
You know, like.
So you're saying that women are the true romantics, right? So here's what I'll say, and then I'll let you go. If women are the true romantics, then why do men, like, we could literally marry a girl that works at Chipotle, but you wouldn't even look at a guy, you wouldn't even look at that guy's way if he worked at Chipotle, right? So that means that we have, our love is more, so I'll just keep it real. Women love opportunistically. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And a man's love is just more genuine. It's like, it comes from, like, we don't care what you do. Like, you don't have to, we love you for who you are. You know what I mean? We don't love you for who you've became. You know what I mean? Or where you're going. But the woman, she loves a man for, well, she's not going to date a broke bum. She's not going to date this type of guy. She's not going to date a guy that's under 5'5". She's not going to date a guy that's making $50,000 a year. She's making 100. You have all these standards. So I would say that men are the true romantics because, you know, we just love you for who you are. We love you idealistically, and women tend to love men opportunistically, if that makes sense.
Well, for me, it's different.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm the type of person that would give anybody a chance as long as, like, you're nice. You don't have to be like a millionaire, but just make enough to, like, support us, you know. You
wouldn't give every guy a chance because you said that you have guys in your friend zone.
Yeah, because they want friends with benefits with me. That's why I'm not giving them chances. They don't want to.
So those guys that's in your friend zone, if they wanted to, you know,
they'll have
date you
good jobs and stuff. I'm not saying that they don't. It's just they want me as a placeholder till they find someone better along. Because
how do you know that?
Because I had a guy friend tell me recently, catching feelings is dangerous. So I said, well, are you a sociopath then? Because catching feelings is a pretty normal thing.
Yeah, I mean, for men is different. He was just saying that to start a conversation. He wouldn't catch feelings for you if he smashed.
But how can you be physically attractive to someone and not like them more than that? Like, I know women are different than men, but men, like, I don't get that.
Yeah, that's because we're the true romantics. You know what I'm saying? Like, women have all of these standards. There's a lot of boxes that has to be checked off for you to have sex with a guy and truly like, or even just like a guy. For the man, he has less boxes to check off, right? So since he has less boxes to check off, you could call it what you want to call it, but at the end of the day, if he's doing, you know, actually providing for you and stuff like that, and he likes you and he's taking you seriously, that love is idealistically, like, he just loves you for you. He doesn't love you for whatever you're trying to become. You know, like, you love a man you want a man to have ambition and to be motivated. So you're looking for a future with that man. We just want a woman without a past, if that makes sense.
Yes, but what does it mean when they say, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship. I don't have time right now, but I'm fine with, like, friends with benefits or something casual.
That means that you don't qualify for, you don't qualify for a relationship commitment.
But it's rude though. They want everything a relationship has to offer, but no title, and you're not allowed to like see other people.
Yeah, you don't qualify for a relationship. You only qualify for sex zone. That's what they telling you. You only qualify to be smashed is what they telling you.
That's mean.
I mean,
how would they feel if a woman did that to them? They'd probably
think about it. You do it into them right now because you have those guys in your friend zone and they don't qualify for sex, but they qualify for time, attention, and resources. I'm sure you have guys that text you and stuff, and you're texting back. They're taking out their time of the day to be charismatic in some way to try to slip in between your drawers. And you know this, but you're just like, okay, I'm just going to keep you in a friend zone forever. So we could say that that's evil too, because you know their true intentions, but you have ulterior motives to keep them in a certain place and to garner time, attention, and resources. Just like on the flip side, the guy, he has true intentions with you, like a guy that has a girl in the sex zone. He's having sex with her, but then his ulterior motives is to never give her a relationship. So it's the same. Sex zone and friend zone is it's the equivalent.
But what if this guy is like a nerd and like doesn't really get
different.
many women? I'm just saying, like, what then? What?
Yeah,
there has not a lot of sexual experience, and like you have to teach it.
Well, not only that, that still goes back on. Think about what you just said, right? Because I don't think you're understanding.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. So you just said that you have a guy in a friend zone that's a nerd, and you have him in your friend zone, right? He's a nerd. The guys that have you in sex zone, you're a stripper.
I'm trying
They're not
to
gonna
say
wipe
that.
you up.
No, I'm trying to
Just like
say
you're
that.
not gonna have
No,
sex
I'm
with
just
that
trying
dude?
to say the nerd. We used to, but not anymore. Like be physical.
Oh, well, he
That's
was
why I'm-
clapping cheeks before.
He says he wasn't. I mean, my friend was like, "Look
No,
at
was
him.
he
He's
clapping
ugly."
your cheeks before?
I hope my family doesn't see this.
Well, they know who this nerd is, I'm guessing.
It's one of my friends' friends. I mean, my other friend called
Was he
him a
clapping the
loser.
cheeks or what?
Yeah, but he realistically.
So you gave up your hot buns to a nerd? Oh.
Speaking, like, I don't know. I just felt maybe it wasn't because I felt bad. I liked him, but at the same time, he wasn't doing it for me with foreplay. Like,
For you, his sex was foreplay?
he wasn't like. So, like, he's the type of person, or was the type of person, which I've dealt with in the past from past boyfriends. Will just not kiss a girl, feel her up, like get her going and warm her up. We'll just go right for her hole, like shove our fingers up there and then like stick it in. And then like realistically speaking, that doesn't do anything for a woman.
Okay, let's move it on.
Teacher moment.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, what I'm saying is to make this very, ladies, to make it very concise. You just have, even in the beginning of this podcast, I don't think you still understand the concept, which it is a reality that men and women play the same game, but it's on two different ends because women hold the key to sex, men hold the key to relationships. So since you hold the key to sex, you have guys in the friend zone, you're garnering time, attention, and resources from them, but you're not giving them sex, and they all want sex. And on the flip side, men play the same game because we hold the key to relationships. They have girls in sex zone, right, that they're smashing, and they're garnering sex from her, but they don't, they're not elevating that woman to girlfriend level or wifey level. You get what I'm saying? So it's the same thing, but two different ends. But let's move to.
Interesting.
Yeah, understand that?
No,
I like that one. Let's move it right along. We're gonna wrap up. Unless we got any super chats in here. Let me see. Liam, you see any super chats coming?
Nope, not since the last one, my boy.
And you actually seeing them come up though, right?
Yeah,
Like
I can
the
see them
color.
come up now.
Okay, bet. Yeah, because I don't see. Any.
It's just a lot of comments and everything else.
Got you. Let's see here. Zuro, one of the moderators, had a question. Let's see what he had in here. I got you, Zuro.
Yeah.
Justin Hack, did you send in? Justin Hack, did you send in a super chat? Yes or no? Let me know if you sent in a super chat, because I see you coming in here with a question, but I don't see any super chat in here. Yeah, man, I don't see any super chat. So Let's see what Zero had in here. He's one of my moderators. I seen a question from you before, Zero. Okay, Zero question was one of my moderators. Why do women defend 304s or 304 activity? Are they afraid of getting called hypocrites in case they become 304s? I mean,
What is this 304?
Yeah, I don't
a
know what
304
that
is a hoe.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know
What
that.
the hell?
Yeah, so if you put it on one of those old calculators and you put in 304, you turn it upside down, it'll say hoe. Yeah.
62.
Any of this stuff.
Lee, I need you on the switchboard now. Okay, cool. So
So
yeah, Zero, that's really not a question for the panel. Zero, like I said before, you already know the answer to that, bro. They want to cover up and they don't want to shame one another. That's all it is. Women tend to not want to shame one another. Why you think we have body positivity? That's a phrase, but women only use, men don't use. If I got a fat friend, he's fat. If I got a friend that's a bum, he's a bum. I'm going to call him that. Men were very honest, but women, it's like, don't body shame. That's just who they are, bro. Yeah. That's who they are. But let's go.
pick some.
We gotta do. We gotta do last thoughts on the podcast. So this is the part where you could either ask a question, any question to the girls or me, or anything you want to know about men, anything that comes up randomly on your mind. You could ask a question, or if you don't have a question, give your last thoughts on the podcast. And we're gonna start with Raven.
I'll say, what does it mean when a guy says you're not challenging enough for him?
What does it mean when a guy says that you're not challenging enough for him?
Yeah.
Did y'all already have sex?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he just want to keep you in sex zone.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah, he just want to keep smashing it. So he's
Yeah.
making up excuses not to advance you to commitment level.
Exactly.
Just like you would make up excuses not to chill with that guy that's in the friend zone.
Right.
Oh, well, I'm busy, all in this. You're just not a challenge for me.
Right.
That's the same thing.
It's just an excuse.
Just an excuse.
Yeah.
Yep. Any other questions? Cool. Last thoughts on the podcast? How'd you like it?
I think it was a cool experience, and to get to know everybody's thoughts on men and women's views on dating and relationships.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you for coming, Raven.
Thank you.
I'll definitely have you back. You was a vibe.
Sure.
Izzy, any questions? Got anything? Got it.
I mean, not really like questions, and it was a good talk. I liked your insights a lot. Like I never really thought of
I'm a
what
sexual
it'd be
health
like,
nurse practitioner, and you could probably have a whole podcast on the experiences that I've witnessed in patients and experiences that I've verbally spoke about with other people. But I mean, I do this for a living. So like a lot of it's just the years of experience and just the type of nurse practitioner stuff that I do is very in tune with people and their sexuality. And so I take a lot of sexual health histories. And so I hear a lot of things that normally people don't hear. And that's how you get my perspective.
Yeah, no, beautiful. And happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
And
Wait,
I liked a lot.
when's your birthday?
October 19th.
It's coming up. I'm October.
Dang, so you about to be 50.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I know. It's crazy. It's totally crazy. I can't believe
Okay, you hit that, what is it, menopause? Menopause?
Oh, that I'm past that.
Them hot sweats?
Yeah, I already placement therapy.
Supposed to be asking
Because
more
I
about their
believe
menopause.
I believe in women and sexuality. You know how I know that people really you shouldn't have a lot of partners, and I don't have like a million partners, but
Yeah.
I believe that the intercourse that you have with the person that you're with should be excellent. And I think that I kind of help people have great sexual experiences with the partners they committed to, and I think that's a great thing. But I can tell you,
them with stuff. And, he's moist down there and he's hard down there.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Have you ever offered him an injection?
Who?
The cleaning guy.
No.
Just wondering if you just snuck that in there.
No,
like-
you know. I'm going to be very honest with you about the cleaning guy. I let him clean my house and stuff because if I had a man, that's exactly what I would want him to do. So, he's meeting all of my needs without
if you had a man.
But he won't sleep with me.
Got it. So
I think it's because I'm too dominant of a female. and I think that's just unattractive to him.
Got it. Yeah, well, yeah, you just said something.
And I think my assertiveness basically turns men off, and it's not even offensive to me at this point in my
because I mean, you lived 50 years being that way. Understood.
Yeah.
So you said something there where you would want the man to clean. So you being in a relationship with the guy, you pretty much saying you want to wear the boxers.
No, I don't want to wear the boxers, but I don't want to mow the lawn. And that's
different. That's different. The man is supposed to do the outdoor work. The woman is do the indoor work.
He hires people to clean my house for me, and I like that. And then he brings people into my house to fix like my windows and my holes in my wall, or like the painting. Or
hey, I got something for you. Next time, here's the thing. Let's all agree with this, ladies. Let's all agree real quick. The next time he comes over to clean the house, drop them drawers, drop the dress. Let's see what he do.
He's already seen me naked.
Oh, what? Already seen it.
He's obviously gay.
He's playing for the other team. He's shooting on the other end of the court.
Oh my God.
I love him so much, though. I do, because he's such a great guy. He's such a great guy.
Got it. Let's go with Izzy. Any other questions or any question for the panel?
I think that was it. It was wonderful. I liked your insight.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
If you ever want to have a podcast just about sexual health and stuff like that, let me know, because I will sit here and talk about sexual health for hours.
Got you. Oh, maybe. Who knows? In the future. Izzy, I appreciate you for coming on. Would you come back?
Yeah, totally come back.
Yeah.
It was a good little back and forth we got going.
Yeah, it was good. But
good.
Do you have back and forth
questions? You have
No. It wasn't even the back and forth. It was just because I understood you, but it was I had to explain things in a multitude of ways to make you understand. And also, it wasn't no personal attacks because you already won. You get what I'm saying? So it was just trying to make you understand.
That's what makes it really hard too, because like you're talking about things that I've experienced in a different way.
In different ways, and then it kind of seems personal, but it wasn't personal. It was to explain it so you could understand.
No, I really genuinely enjoyed like the different bullet points. I like how you categorized. I think you.
Cool.
So thank you for like a lovely insight.
Hey, no, I appreciate it. Now
thinking of things differently. It's why I like the debate.
Gotcha. I'll definitely have you back. Good sport. Kaylee.
Sorry.
How many more years you gonna be on that stripper pole?
Not long.
Okay. Are you just waiting for Prince Charming to take you off the stripper pole, or?
She's
I would
shaking her.
I would say
so.
If you don't mind me saying.
Oh, sure.
I'm the type of person, if I like someone, I'm talking to them, a guy, I'm not gay or anything.
You got the pink hair. Was questionable.
I'm not gay. I like
thought you was doing scissoring and stuff like that. You wasn't a professional scissorer?
No, I like
okay. Bad. All right.
Oh
the pink hair throws me off. I'm joking with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. So, like, for me, if I really vibe with someone and I like them and they take me out and get to know me and we go on dates, I'm the type of person that will not sleep with them until, like, I really feel that connection. Like, I won't just do it. Like, we have to, like, hang out for a long time.
Okay.
Get to know each other. I have to have, like, that emotional connection
so
first.
Where is this leading to? Because my question was, how long are you going to be on the stripper pole? Is it to meet the Prince Charming?
Yeah, but I was just like elaborating.
Okay.
She's waiting for Prince Charming.
But I did have like one question. Do you think it's wrong if like a woman's more like in the mood for sex than her partner that's a dude? Like I notice like some guys, they're not really in the mood all the time. Like us, a lot of us women have more desire for it.
No.
Does that turn them off? Or?
Yeah, so in a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, in a relationship, I mean, I'm a very busy man, so it's not that I don't got time to clap my shorty cheeks. It's just that I'm busy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's that part. But then the other part, it could be, if a guy is in a relationship with a girl and, maybe he just want variety. He wants something different. Because if you've been nailing it for years already and, you know what I mean? You're not spicing it up in the bedroom. Right. He just could want some strange, or maybe just act like you're a virgin one day and act like you forgot how to suck dick. That may turn him on. Like, oh, okay, all right. Well, who knows? Is what I'm saying. But as a woman, you could do certain things to bring that out of the guy. But in most that's rare. In most cases, the guy in a relationship, he wouldn't have a problem having sex with his girl all the time at all.
What about like casual? Like some guys are like, oh, I can only do it once a week.
Oh, he got another chick.
Or they have a low libido. I feel like a lot of men.
Nah, he just got another chick at home.
There you go. Help her out.
Another chick or another dude.
Oh, well, yeah,
Don't know.
possibly. But yeah, that would answer the question. So answer my question. How long you gonna be on a stripper pole? Is this until you meet Prince Charming, or are you gonna get off the stripper pole so then you could, maybe even meet someone better than the Prince Charming, or have a better position in the dating market to meet Prince Charming? Because you think about it, right?
Yeah.
You on there, and go.
I'm still young, but
Yeah, and what
I'm
you
not
do
going to
is
do this forever.
got you. What you do is totally fine. You're doing this. That's how you make your bread. Fair enough. No shame to your game, right? But my question for you is that you could take two routes. You continue to slide down that pole and have your cheek slide down a pole along with you.
Okay.
And then when you talk to men, you would have to tell them about what you do if you're honest, right? So then that would disqualify you from a multitude of men. Or you could be like, you know what? I'm going to stop now. So I'm in a better position in the dating market to sell myself to a guy, because the guy has to sell himself to a woman and the woman has to sell herself to a guy. So if you put yourself in a better position and you're off the pole, even though it was in your past, so you're still going to look at it in the past, but it's still not the present. So that's much better than, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I would stop if I really like someone. I would just quit my job for them, personally.
Okay, so you will quit your job for a guy that you like. Got you. But my point is that you may not even meet the guy. The guy that you like may not even give you the opportunity because you're on a pole.
But I have guys that tell me, they'll ask me if I'm single. I'm like, yeah, but a lot of guys, they won't be with me because of my job. But a lot of them say, that's not an issue for me.
Yeah, that's just because they want to clap cheeks. Got to think about it. Men, that's like a surprise to you. Men will say, you got to think about it, ladies.
Every
man? Let me let y'all understand something to paint a picture for you, right? So think about where shaming comes from when it comes to women. Men, we never shame women because we want to smash. If your breath stink or you're obese and or anything, you have some inadequacies about yourself, we're not going to tell you, ew, you sloppy whore, what are you doing? Because we know we'll never get the punani. So we're always going to tell you the best things ever. We're going to tell you those good words. We want to make you feel the vibe. The only way to make you feel the vibe is for us to acquiesce our speech and our behaviors so you feel the vibe. Ladies think that the vibe comes out of thin air. No, the man creates the vibe. And part of him creating that vibe is lying. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So those dudes that is like, oh, well, yeah, I don't care about, you being on a pole. He has to say that in order to get in between your drawers. If he was real with you and said, listen, I don't wife chicks at all or take any girl seriously when they're on the pole, I only smash them. Then what would you say? You would disqualify him, right?
Yeah, but what
exactly. So he got to lie is what I'm saying.
But what if they took you out to dinner?
If they took you out to dinner?
Yeah.
He has to do what he has to do to get the cheeks. That's what I'm trying to say. Kaylee, you don't know this? You talk to guys for a living. And you sell your sexuality. You should know this.
Well, my mom said it takes a strong man to date a stripper. So I wonder if
No. Kaylee, it doesn't take a strong man to date a stripper. It takes a very weak man to date a stripper. Remember I gave the analogy, competence leads to confidence, which then leads to... Competence leads to accomplishments, which then leads to confidence. And then when that man has that confidence, he has options. And then options creates an abundance mindset. When he has that abundance mindset, he has the ability to be intolerant of the things of inadequacies of females, right? So what I'm saying is that the weak men that didn't really accomplish anything, they'll wife up a stripper because it's like, well, this is all I can get. I'm not on that high level man quality to not accept the stripper because I don't have any options, so I have to accept it. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. You got a call?
Yeah, but I'm not going to take it.
Okay. What you had?
More of a comment.
Sure.
No, I just gonna I guess it's more relatable. So like back in the day, remember I told you I had that Playboy contract and said no to the Playboy contract and I went into childcare because I wanted more. It's for that mindset.
Playboy contract.
Yes.
You had a Playboy contract? Oh, they wanted you to be in Playboy?
Yeah. So I didn't end up pursuing that route for my career. I also did like a lot of modeling. Well, not like a lot. I went to school for it, and it's a thing. Okay, whatever. Whatever thing. Agents, you can get them, and I've also had I didn't want that.
Guess what? You took a path.
But also you can also change your path. But in what he's saying is you have to make the conscious decision to make that metamorphosis happen. It's hard. Transformation is hard, but you have to be mindful where your choices affect your life.
But does that mean I'll never find someone?
That doesn't mean that you'll never find somebody. Nobody's saying
that's what it makes it sound like.
I know. I get it makes it. No, I know it makes it. But he's saying to qualify yourself, you need to start living mindfully of how you reflect into this world. And it's just you're beautiful, you're kind, you're loving.
You tell me this all the time. I'm the most loyal person you know.
Every day, I will tell you every day. I don't know how you got where you are, but you're doing great. No, but you know what I mean. I know why, and because you're freaking gorgeous. But also, you're beautiful. And yeah, sorry.
Cool.
Sorry.
No. Fair enough. No, you need to give her. And you got friends. Y'all all friends here.
Yeah, best friend.
Oh, best friend.
Yeah,
okay, we got
my best friend.
Y'all are friends too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a panel of all friends. Okay, fair enough. And cool. And I think you gave her some good advice. Actually, that was some good advice because you used reiterate that way, but you use your own life experience to say, hey, I had an option to actually show my booty hole on magazines on Playboy, or the option to actually be, what was it?
He says
it was a teacher.
Child care.
And you took the child care route, so that's perfect. You made the right decision. So what she said is,
there's reasons why teachers are not allowed to have OnlyFans at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people.
It's a big
on the internet, right?
Yep. But Kaylee, would you come back?
I would, but I don't know if I'm too nonchalant or uncut.
No,
you
you're
wrong.
great.
Yeah, you did
I'm
perfect.
just honest, honestly. I speak.
You're fairly honest. And I'm sorry, your name?
My name is Trish.
Trish. I'm so sorry. I'm horrible with names. Ladies, it's not y'all. If y'all watch other episodes, it's always like this. I'm terrible with names. Trish, any questions?
No, I think this is a lot of fun.
Okay, perfect. Last thoughts? Would you come back?
I would come back.
All right, we'll be happy to have you. Thank you. Thank all of you ladies for coming. Hey, chat. Let's see what the chat. Anybody sending any super chats? Maybe we may have one last question. Nope. We got no questions. So thank you for tuning into this episode of No Fugazee podcast. Thank you, ladies, for being special guests on the show today. The next episode is on Thursday. I think we got about 6 girls for Thursday, so tune in for Thursday's episode. So everyone that's watching right now, we go on live Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at around 8:30 to 9 p.m. each Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Other than that, click that notification bell. Hey, get the likes up. We got a lot of Ninja Watchers in here right now. Y'all been watching, but y'all not liking the video. So we about to end. So like this video right now. We out.